The difference between people who seem to effortlessly attract what they want and those who struggle for years isn't about their mindset, their actions, or even their beliefs, but something as simple as how they breathe. If you don't control your breath, your stress controls you, and every day you wait, you're reinforcing old patterns. There is a specific frequency, a forgotten rhythm hidden in our own biology that can sync your energy with the quantum field in just 2 minutes. A rhythm that lets you bypass the mental chatter and manifest a new reality, straight from your cellular level. This isn't a metaphor. It's a measurable, biological mechanism that ancient traditions have used for thousands of years. And now, cutting-edge neuroscience labs are proving exactly why it works. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact technique. But first, let me ask you something that will show you exactly why everything else has failed. Think about the last time you got into a heated argument with someone. Remember how your chest started heaving. Your breathing became sharp, quick, almost like you were preparing for battle. Your whole body was locked and loaded for conflict. Or remember the first time you approached someone you were attracted to. Your heart was pounding so hard you could hear it in your ears, and your breathing became shallow and erratic. You were literally gasping for air even though there was plenty around you. What about those nights when you're exhausted but can't fall asleep? Your mind is racing, and notice your breathing is all over the place. Quick, shallow, completely out of sync. Every emotional state you experience has its own signature breathing pattern. When you're angry, you breathe one way. When you're anxious, you breathe another way. When you're peaceful, your breath is completely different. Now imagine someone with stage fright trying to give a presentation, but somehow they're breathing exactly the same way they do when they're relaxed at home watching TV. Impossible, right? Their body would be confused. The breathing pattern would override the fear. You've been told to think positive, to visualize your goals, to act as if. You've probably filled up vision boards, chanted affirmations, and maybe you've even felt those fleeting moments of hope, only to find yourself right back where you started, trapped in the same old cycles, hitting the same old walls. Here's what the personal development world didn't tell you. You can't manifest a reality of peace from a body that's broadcasting emergency signals through its breathing. You can't attract abundance while your breath is stuck in survival mode. That's like trying to hear a whisper in the middle of a rock concert. Most of us are living in a constant, low-grade state of stress. Our breathing is shallow and chaotic, keeping our nervous system locked in fight-or-flight mode. This state pumps out stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which create a biological force field against the very abundance, peace, and love you are trying to attract. Your energy, dictated by your unconscious breathing, is broadcasting a signal of lack, of stress, of survival. And the universe, in its infinite wisdom, simply matches the frequency you're sending out. But you can consciously switch frequencies in just a few breaths. This isn't some new age idea that just sounds good. This is ancient wisdom being validated in some of the world's most advanced research facilities. In ancient yogic texts, they called it pranayama, the control and expansion of life force energy itself. These yogis knew that if they could control their breath, they could control the fundamental energy that shapes reality. You find this everywhere. In the Bible, the Hebrew word for spirit is ruach, which also means breath. In Genesis, God breathes the breath of life into Adam. Jesus breathes on his disciples and says, "Receive the Holy Spirit." The Greek word pneuma means both spirit and breath. The message across cultures, across centuries is the same. Your breath is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual. And now, researchers like Dr. Joe Dispenza and the HeartMath Institute are proving this with hard data. They've discovered that specific breathing patterns can shift your brain into what they call cardiac coherence, a state where your heart and brain work in perfect synchronization, like a finely tuned orchestra. When this happens, something remarkable occurs in your brain waves. Let me break down exactly what happens in your body when you breathe in this specific way, because understanding this will make the technique 10 times more powerful for you. First, when you take a long, controlled exhale, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Think of it as switching from emergency mode to creation mode. You stimulate the vagus nerve, which is like a master reset button running from your brain to your abdomen, telling your entire system, you are safe. Instantly, stress hormones drop, your heart rate slows, and the mental chatter starts to fade. Your heart rhythm changes from a chaotic, jagged pattern to smooth, coherent waves. Scientists call this cardiac coherence, and when your heart and brain are dancing in perfect rhythm like this, your whole system operates at peak efficiency. This coherent state actually changes your brain waves. The frantic beta waves of stress and overthinking start to disappear. In their place, you begin producing alpha waves, the frequency of relaxed creativity, and even theta waves, which are linked to deep meditation and direct access to your subconscious mind. This alpha-theta state is what we call the God frequency. It's where your analytical mind steps aside and you get direct access to the operating system that runs 95% of your life on autopilot. You're not just thinking about a new reality, you're installing the neurological hardware for it. When you combine this powerful physical state with clear intention and elevated emotion, you create what researchers call a coherent electromagnetic signature. You're broadcasting a clear, undeniable signal to the quantum field of infinite possibility. And by the laws of physics, that field has to respond. Now, let me show you exactly how to do this. This technique looks deceptively simple, but its power lies in its precision. It's designed to reset your nervous system, tune you into the God frequency, and program your new reality in about 2 minutes. Find a quiet spot and sit with your spine straight, but relaxed. If you're new to breathwork, don't worry if you feel a little lightheaded at first. That's completely normal as your body adjusts to receiving more oxygen. The first breath clears out stress and activates your rest and creation mode. You can place one hand on your chest and one on your belly if it helps you connect with the rhythm. But don't worry if that's not comfortable. Just settle into whatever position feels natural and let your body relax completely. Now, imagine drawing in a slow, cool stream of air through your nose for about 4 counts. Feel it flowing down into your belly like water filling a balloon. Your abdomen gently expanding while your chest remains soft and still. Don't stress about the exact counting. Your body has its own wisdom and will know when those moments have passed. The numbers are just gentle guideposts. Hold that precious breath for about 4 counts, feeling the stillness, the pause, like that quiet moment just before dawn breaks. Then exhale slowly through your mouth. Imagine you're breathing out through a straw, releasing a long, warm stream of air for about 8 counts. Feel the tension leaving your body with each exhale, like steam rising from your skin, carrying away all the stress and chaos of the day. That long exhale is crucial. It's what signals safety to your brain. Repeat this 2 to 3 times until you feel a wave of calm wash over you. The second breath tunes you into that creative, coherent state. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts, imagining warm, golden light entering the top of your head and filling your entire body. Hold for 7 counts. Feel that light getting brighter, vibrating in every cell. Exhale slowly through your nose for 8 counts, letting that golden light completely saturate your being. This hold phase is what builds that powerful heart-brain coherence we talked about. The third breath is where you lock in your new reality. First, bring your desired outcome to mind. Don't just see a picture, feel it. What does it actually feel like to have what you want? Gratitude, joy, freedom, peace. Locate that feeling in your heart center. Inhale deeply for 4 counts, breathing that elevated emotion into every cell of your body. Hold for 7 counts, letting this feeling crystallize into a new belief, a new truth in your nervous system. Exhale for 8 counts, releasing your intention to the universe with complete trust, knowing it's already done. Let go of the how and the when. Your job was to create the signal. The universe handles the delivery. Practice this exact sequence every morning for the next 7 days, just 2 minutes. That's it. Most people notice subtle shifts within the first 3 days. You will notice better sleep, less anxiety, more synchronicities. By day 7, many report feeling like they're living in a completely different reality. If your mind wanders during the practice, and it will, just gently bring your attention back to the breath. Think of it like training a puppy. Be patient but consistent. The best time is right after you wake up, before you check your phone or get caught up in the day's chaos. Your brain is still in that receptive alpha-theta state naturally. If you're ready to commit to this 7-day experiment, type "I'm in the comments below. The moment you type that, you're locking in your intention. You're making a commitment to yourself that goes beyond just watching. You're declaring your readiness to change. You have a power inside you that's more profound than you've ever been led to believe. It isn't hidden in some ancient temple or locked away in a guru's secret teaching. It's as close as your very next breath. The God frequency isn't something you have to go out and find. It's something you simply remember. It's your natural state, just buried under layers of stress and shallow breathing. Every time you practice this technique, you're not just relaxing. You're reclaiming the divine instrument you were born with. You're learning to play the song of the reality you truly want to experience. Stop trying to shout your desires over the noise of a stressed-out nervous system. Instead, quiet the noise, tune your instrument, and breathe your new reality into being. The universe is always listening. Make sure you're broadcasting on the right frequency. Until next time, remember, your next breath is your next chance to change everything.